Black Power, peace, gods and goddesses. Let me introduce myself. I'm Shabazz Muhammad. I'm just work on mastering my martial arts skills. Right now, I'm just kind of focusing on Tiger Kim technique. It's a Korean martial arts. It teaches three type of martial arts: Taekwondo, Tansudo, and Hapkido. Right now, I'm a Bodan. One more belt, I'll become a black belt. Yeah, I passed the higher red belt. Now I'm Bodan. And I'm just, I love martial arts. It's just, believe it or not, you have to be very disciplined to practice martial arts. It's not just doing it, it's just, you gotta you gotta manage your time so you can practice martial arts. You just gotta be consistent. You have to be consistent with it if you practice martial art. And also, I have to warm up my legs, stretch my legs, just to kick higher, just to work on my flexibility. And yeah, I'm surprised that I didn't take martial art class a long time ago. I did look up to, believe it or not, I ain't gonna lie. I look up to Bruce Lee, John Claude Van Damme, Wesley Snipe, and Steven Seagal. And I used to watch a lot of martial art movies and shows. Back in the 80s, I was pretty young back in the 80s. I was like 7 or 9 years old in these 80s. I also used to look up to Chuck Norris. I mean, all the kick and punching, and I just got serious into taking martial arts when I just took Taekwondo class when I was, I think, 29 or 30 years old. And I did do some little homemade martial arts. And I look up to the fighters. I was a boxing fan also. I mean, back in the 80s, when I was a child, and when I was 7 or 8 years old, I used to look up to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, he was a beast. Mike Tyson ain't no joke. I mean, he be knocking lots of opponent out in the first round back in the 80s, even in the 90s. I mean, and also, I used to continue watching boxing when when I was a child, even when I was going to high school watching boxing. I'm like, who is this guy? Roy Jones? Oh, wow, he can box. Then knowing Chris Bird, who can box also. Then I'm just very fascinated in martial arts. When I joined the Nation of Islam, taught they teach Nation of Islam teaches the basis of martial arts. Aikido, or just some kicking technique, or defense, how to break the hold. Excuse me. When I was in the Nation of Islam, I used to be in the Nation of Islam for 10 years. I used to be an F4I. When I left the Nation, I used I took martial art. I mean, when I was, I think, 29 years old, maybe I was 30. I started taking Taekwondo when I was 29, and while I was in the Nation of Islam, and I walked out of the nation. I'll just leave that in the subject. after I left the nation, my focus was just into Taekwondo and Tansudo. And I just got back into it when I was, I think, 37 or 38 years old. And then I just stick to it. And hopefully I can not just get a black belt. I want to go higher. Even though if I make it to the black belt, I want to get it to a higher belt. And I'm just trying to master myself. And I just love to give a shout out to Michael J. White. Man, my first time I saw Michael J. White when he played Mike Tyson. I didn't know he knows some karate. Well, maybe a lot of karate. Man, Michael J. White, that man is cold. I mean, he knows the science of martial arts. And it's just that man is amazing. When I was watching the movie, I did watch the Toxic Vengeance, and I was like, wait, that's Michael J. White when he played the man who fighting the Toxic Vengeance. Yeah, Michael J. White, he's a pretty cold dude. Man, it's just amazing. Yeah, hopefully I'm gonna try to stay focused and just make a martial art video and just trying to teach the basic. Last week I do my best to teach the brothers and the sister on daily kick. I mean side and a back kick. I mean that kick is very dangerous. And I just hope that they get it right. I'm just teaching them the basic on how to do some kick. And also I teach them to do a double roundhouse, high and low. Low is to kick them in the knees,